I tried on like 3 collared denim shirts before filming this video. Welcome to week 18 of my Code School CodeCrew journey. For today's video, I'm going to talk about my portfolio update first, and then move into some like general updates and what we did during the week and things like that. So, starting with the portfolio update, this week I went back to my MERN project like I said I would in my last video, and I also changed some things about the site. So with the MERN project specifically, I changed 2 big things. So the first was adding a confirmation message when a new user is created. So if you go to the new user, page and you fill out all the form fields and you click the submit button, if the information is submitted, then a message appears at the bottom of the form saying that the user was created and to log in on the home page. You're not automatically redirected when the form is submitted or anything like that. So it was nice to be able to, confirm that the information was actually sent via this message. I also auto-populated the public-private tweet checkbox in the edit tweet form. So when a user creates a tweet, they enter the tweet text, an optional image URL, and they can check if the tweet is public or private, which will determine if it's going to be displayed on the home page. So when they edit a tweet, so you can go to your tweet, you can go to your profile and see all of your tweets, and when you edit it, the tweet text and image URL are auto-populated into the form, but the default value, or the value of the checkbox is not auto-populated. So I had to use default checked in order to make that box populate with the true-false value saved when the tweet was created or last edited. So those are the 2 things that I got feedback on, or 2 of the things that I got feedback on for the MERN project. So I went ahead and did that this week. Now for the site in general, I updated my reflections as always, but I also added an iframe playlist to the top of the reflections page per suggestion, so that people know that it's YouTube videos without having to like read anything on the page. So instead of doing an iframe for every video, I just created a playlist, and then that iframe is at the top of the reflections page so that you can watch all of them or click through them via the like short descriptions down the page. I also added my JavaScript certification to my skills page, which is actually a pretty good segue into kind of like general updates and what we went over this week. So all this week, as I mentioned in my last video, we were preparing for the JavaScript certification, which is, it's like a Microsoft test, and it's not related to CodeCrew. It's just like a general, anyone can take their JavaScript certification. We took it Friday, and it was like a 45-minute test, about 39 questions, just about JavaScript in general, like functions, for loops, dealing with variables, so on and so forth. And thankfully I passed. So I was able to add that to my portfolio. I added that to my LinkedIn profile, and it's just, a standardized test that lets people know that I have reached like a basic level of proficiency with JavaScript, which is fantastic. So all of this week was just preparing for that test, kind of brushing up on some basic JavaScript terminology, syntax, functionality, what have you, and covering a few things that we didn't necessarily go over in class as well. So in addition to JavaScript preparation, on our soft skills or essential skills Wednesday, we actually had mock interviews, which was really great to kind of prepare us for beginning to enter the job force, right? I haven't had like a real job. I had a student job when I was in college, but the interview process was basically, will you show up to every shift? And so it was nice to kind of prepare for some basic and pretty standard questions that they ask in both a behavioral and a technical interview. And it was just a really valuable morning. So that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. Next week we start Java, so interested to get back with some new Java lingo and information. But until then, I will keep you guys updated.